Hey guys, welcome to my video. This is my second video on Ethereum mining. I'm using 4 cards, 3 RX 580s and 1 1080 Ti. The first 2 cards, as you can see, are Gaming X's. Sorry about the camera sway. So the first 2 cards are Gaming X's, and the third card is Red Devil, I believe. Yeah, Red Devil. And the last card is Gigabyte Aorus 1080 Ti. This card is approximated to like 53.5 mega hash, and this one 30.5, and the other two 32. So I'm averaging about 147 mega hash a second. It's a pretty decent number. Here's a little bit of more information. This is what I got going. I'm doing a bit of burst coin mining as well. At least I've been doing. So, I mean, it's not very profitable. It's just I had hard drives lying around. I would suggest you guys do the same if you have hard drives lying around doing nothing. And, you can mine something. You won't make much, but anyway. Temperatures are really good. And as you can see from here, the fans are around 40% for the RX 580s and 55% for the 1080 Ti, which is in my enclosure. So the way I've set it up, so I have a desktop here, and it didn't have the best ventilation, so I drilled a couple of holes up there, just fun little project, and cut the plastic frame to put a, like 200 millimeter, and then just had a bit of fun. So, and then I had a bit more fun, put this badly put LED which is sagging. I'll fix that later. Inside it has adjustable lights, just we all love LEDs, right? So anyway, back to the with that hand, 605. Let's get it to actually focus. The fluctuation is actually kind of being caused by the NVIDIA card, I think, and because I'm using the display out, and it's using some of the computing power of the card. So I've made this kind of enclosure thing. Whatever, I'm on a budget. So my 2 Gaming X cards are down here, which you can't see, but I'm showing you anyway. And this other one is the Red Devil. Temperatures are great. I think I'm going to add more fans and put a fan controller, just to control the level. Right. 2 more things I'm going to show you guys really fast. So just my clocks over here. Let's try to put everything in a nice way so you can see everything. Alright, let's start with the first card. Gaming X, number 1. Now, this card is really great. It overclocks the memory tremendously. I think that's because it's Micron memory. Both Gaming X's have a Micron, and they overclock a lot on the memory. And I was able to reduce the wattage by I think 10 or 15 just with a core clock from 1360 it was, or 1380, I'm not sure, to 1200. And fan speed super low. Like this temperature is insane. And it stays like this even if the ambient right now is 18, 19, but if ambient is like 25, this card is at 50. So it's great. It's absolutely fine. Second card, a little bit hotter, probably because of the positioning. That's this card next to where the heat is blown from the 1080 Ti, but that's still fine. I'll check temperatures, that's all good. This one has a little bit more memory errors, so I clock it a little bit below full. I can go to 2250, but I get significant memory errors. Right now I think I'm only getting like 1 or 2 memory errors a second. And core clock, once again, reduced my wattage significantly. The Red Devil. Couldn't memory clock this too much. It gives a lot of memory errors. but I undervolted it quite well. Sorry, and undervolting comes later. But I underclocked it well, and once again reducing the wattage. I think most 1080 Ti's that I've seen are pretty much the same. Core clock plus 100 to 150, and memory clock 800. I think I crash. I think it was 900 plus I crash on memory, and 175 plus core I crash as well. Core I crash. I keep the fan at 55%. 55% for 55 degrees. I think it's a pretty good deal, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Now for the power limits. Power limits on the two gaming X's are minus 46% and minus 49% power limit of the Red Devil, which is amazing. If I go to 50%, I actually lose 1 mega hash a second, just for 1%. But that's what it boils down to in the end. It's these fine margins. But I'm pretty happy with the power consumption. The power limit of the NVIDIA card is, at 65%. Most NVIDIA 1080 Ti's are around 65%, I think. 60 to 70% usually. Okay, so a little bit about power consumption per card, and then if I can find where I put it. Okay. Power consumption per card. The good stuff. So, I mean, you can check this all out for yourself. I'll just describe it a little bit. So my total hash rate, I'm averaging 148 according to this. According to whatever. This. (148 megahash a second, 605 watts. Our idle power approximately 101 to 106 watts, and the two gaming X's are using up approximately 115 watts. And the Red Devil 100 watts, 101, 102 watts. It's great. I guess it's because of the 51% power limit thing, which is great. No worries there. As you can see, these are my rates, megahash per watt, and this is pretty accurate with what I've seen online for the 1080 Ti. The Red Devil is doing well for an RX 580, I guess. I mean, based on the things that I've seen online, people are getting 120, 130 watts for their RX 580s. So 100 is really, really good. Even though I couldn't overclock the memory that much on this, it's still really good. Look at the efficiency on this. It's still higher than the gaming X's, even though it's got lower megahash per second. 161 watts on the 1080 Ti's is on par with the other 1080 Ti's. It's good. It's fine. Obviously, I'm using the pill. Without the pill, it's literally, like, what is it? 30, 35? It's like 37 megahash a second without the pill. Actually, let's remove it so you can see the difference. I mean, it's rubbish without it. It's totally ineffective. The rate is like it drops like 40%. It's like 0.222 megahash per watt. Hello. Alright, just the pill is still, I guess the effect of the pill is still there. Does it take a while for the pill to wear out? Anyway, I would like to let you know that personally I did have, the pill seems to just be in effect. It's steroids, so it's on steroids. So the power limits, I would say, first, if you get a card and it's in stock, just underclock by a lot. See if it crashes. If it crashes, underclock by a bit less. Find like a threshold. And then if it crashes again, yeah, underclock a bit less as well. And keep underclocking less until you reach that point. And then do the same for the memory with overclocking. Overclock like 100, and then 200, and then 300, and then 400. If you want to skip all that, just overclock 500. If it crashes, go down. If it doesn't crash, keep going up. You can do the increments, like whatever increments you want. And as you go higher and higher, or lower and lower, smaller and smaller increments, logically, obviously. The pill is still doing its thing. You look at the fluctuation. Right, I don't want to make this video too long. Alright, so I will just cover a little bit of millivolt. These are my settings, as you can see. And I did have certain difficulty with undervolting. So, and I found that as soon as I would reach a certain threshold of undervolting, it wouldn't even be too low. It would just automatically change my two cards, so that MSI Gaming would just get 24 mega hash a second as soon as I would do random messing around with my voltage here. But then I noticed if I restarted my computer and kept the settings as they were, you know, it was stable and everything, so it was fine. But if I restart my computer, my speed was going back to what it should be, and it was accepting the undervolts, as you can see in hardware info. You know, it accepts all the undervolts, 0.8, 0.82. Wants to, does it? I think the camera's done, guys. Supposedly a good camera. Hello, OnePlus 6T. Okay, camera's done, guys. Let's get it to focus on this, and then this. We're back. So yeah, the undervolts are in effect here. Here and here. Look, small memory errors for the MSI Gaming, and no errors for this bad boy. Great stuff. And yeah, 59,000 errors, increasing on rate of not too much, 10 a second. If I go past like 280, I get millions. Alright, so that's my undervolting. Make sure to restart the computer. If settings, if there's some kind of discrepancy between, you know, your values and Claymore, like I'm telling you, if I undervolted whatever amount and it went to 24 mega hash a second, both cards would go to 24, and as soon as I would like reduce the undervolting or overvolt it a little bit more, then they stay at 24. I restart the computer and then boom, it's back to normal. So yeah, restarting the computer is great. And word of advice, with AMD cards, I find it's best and most efficient to just stick with a batch file, adjusting all the batch file things, and with NVIDIA cards, stick with Afterburner. So fan limit, power limit, memory clock, core clock, all through the batch file. And sorry, the undervolting through the batch file. Okay, but that's only for AMD cards. For NVIDIA, I pretty much say that the core clock and memory clock need to be done on Afterburner. But I do adjust the power limit. I adjust the power limit of everything in the batch file. You can't really undervolt NVIDIA cards, I believe, in Claymore. On the volting NVIDIA, don't really need to though, to be honest. Don't really need to. That's basically my settings. I hope I didn't extend this video for too long. If I did, I apologize. I hope you guys learned something, and see you guys later. I'll be making a new video when I get a new card, which should be in a few days actually, so stay tuned for that. I'll be doing memory, core, power limit, and undervolts. I'll try to do it all with you guys. Alright, see you later.